All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless me here talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you right there, and just like me. All right, I'm going to be talking about the so-called worst songs of 2023. Some of them might have a point, but um, I've noticed that the media likes to shape opinion rather than allow people to decide for themselves whether they like something or not. This is true in politics. This is true in your medical freedom and other issues I've addressed on this particular show. And it's really tragic. It's the way of the world today, social media, and then so-called regular mainstream media. Before I get to this thrilling topic, here's Tommy DiCarlo, singer from the band Boston. In fact, he used to sing lead vocals for Boston, just in case people were wondering. He's not a backup singer. He's not like off in the shadows somewhere, like projecting his voice into the mix. No, Tommy used to sing lead for Boston. All right. Just for clarification there. This is his album, Dancing in the Moonlight. This is better than anything Boston did post third stage. All right. By far and away. In fact, both of Tommy's albums, the first one was called DiCarlo, and this one is called Tommy DiCarlo. Both of those albums are better than anything the band Boston did after the album Third Stage. That's my humble opinion. If you haven't gotten a copy of this, unfortunately, it's a little late to buy it as a Christmas present, unless you do overnight shipping somewhere. But this came out right around this time last year. So I more or less consider this an entry into the 2023 best albums, although I think I ranked it last year. So I'm probably not going to give it a ranking this year, but this was in my top 5 last year, top 3, possibly. Just brilliant. If you like the music of Boston, you might enjoy Tommy DiCarlo. Now, on to this amazing list that we have to hear about, courtesy of the mainstream media, who just can't leave people alone when it comes to what people would like to think about things. It's just a tragedy. This is the so-called news that goes out to all the classic rock stations at the same time. It comes from the hive mind of the iHeartRadio headquarters, and they tell you what to think about stuff. Okay, so I do agree with the Roger Waters redo of anything from Dark Side of the Moon was a bad idea. They singled out the song Money, which apparently they have a list of these bad songs. It lands at number 5 on the list. Oh, this is from Variety. Okay. Or maybe, yeah, this is all from Variety magazine because they're the experts on what people don't like. Now, again, I agree with them on that. Variety points to Waters' decision to rid one of the most loved songs in the 1970s rock canon of David Gilmour's solos and replace them with what it calls a 4-minute poem about boxing. Next on the list is Billy Joel, although it's actually Fall Out Boy updating Billy Joel's 1989 #1 hit, We Didn't Start the Fire, which Variety ranks as the 3rd worst song of 2023. First of all, for whatever reason, this is much like We Built This City. They just don't like We Didn't Start the Fire. Now, I know Billy Joel has said that, hey, it's not my favorite song. It's a difficult song to perform. It's not the most melodic song I've written. It's a bit repetitive and redundant. But come on, everyone has listened to that song and has tried to keep up with it, whether it's the speed at which the song goes by or the subject matter, which at times is like a history lesson, which I think is kind of interesting. Apparently, Fall Out Boy, who I know nothing about, updated the song And by the way, why is this on a classic rock website? Is Fall Out Boy a classic rock band? I just, this stuff always sort of gets my goat, because they promote stuff that has nothing to do with classic rock. Are they going to play the new Government Mule song? No, they're not. They should, but they're not going to play it. But they're going to tell you that Government Mule has a new song out. Okay, great. Are you guys playing it? No. Well, it's not classic rock, Dave. Well, why are you talking about it then? Actually, Government Mule is more classic rock than Fall Out Boy. So, in any event, yeah, they don't like Fall Out Boy's remake. But in this article, they say Billy Joel made the list. No, Billy Joel didn't make the list. Fall Out Boy made your list by covering We Didn't Start the Fire. The magazine calls the band out for updating the Joel song that's universally, listen to this, universally considered most annoying, not only in his catalog, but maybe of the 20th century. Really, because this, again, is the first time I've heard this. I've heard a lot about We Built This City. I've heard a redundant criticism. What a stupid song. Who's Marconi? Why is he playing the Mamba? I mean, who cares what the song is about? Is it a catchy song? I think some of us understood the song when it came out, but does it really matter? See, in the old days, we didn't have to have these depressing lyrics to describe how horrible the world is. All Billy Joel was doing during We Didn't Start the Fire is a history lesson. This happened here, this happened there, Richard Nixon, then he came back again, that sort of thing. A lot of people actually don't know history all that well. The lyrics in this song might make you curious enough to explore what this song is talking about. You might pick up a book and start reading. You just never know. Now, probably not. Most likely, somebody's going to grab their cell phone and just use Google. Well, I'll just Google what this is about. I mean, what's Sputnik? I need to know what that is, because I'm not being taught at my woke school, which is going to teach me anything but the real history of what happened. And then, of course, you got the conspiracy theorists that don't believe any of this stuff happened, that it's just imaginary history. So two sides of the same flawed coin. But this is where we're at now, where, again, it's universally. Again, maybe you don't like the song. I know there are people that don't like the song. Okay. It's not a bad song. By the way, the song was produced by Mick Jones from Foreigner. Does he get any blame for this? For encouraging Billy Joel and then Fall Out Boy to, cover this song? Why would Fall Out Boy cover this horrible song? Because they wanted to update the lyrics. Again, I haven't heard their update. Just, maybe I should go listen to it, because maybe the lyrics themselves are annoying. Their update was annoying. It was probably something they shouldn't have done, because the original is so iconic, even if you don't like it. It belongs where it belongs. There are certain songs that you shouldn't touch. I cringe normally when certain songs are attempted. Again, Roger Waters should have never reduxed, or whatever he calls it, anything from Dark Side of the Moon. That was just a very bad idea. Now, if he was going to unplug everything and do this sort of acoustic version of everything, get the songs to really sort of speak in a new language, I think that would have been cool. But he didn't do that. No, it was like really bad poetry. And Roger, I think, he's a little out there right now. He's out there on his own, whether you agree with him or not. I kind of feel bad for him to some degree, because I think he believes in the stuff that he is promoting. And a lot of people, they don't even understand where he's coming from, which, again, if we're ever going to unite when it comes to politics and music and all this stuff, we need to at least listen to each other and understand each other, and get off the conspiracy train. Not everything is a conspiracy. So in any event, let me see. Fall Out Boy made the events mentioned in the song as jarring as possible, as opposed to putting them in chronological order as the original does. Okay, I'm not sure how much more jarring the events from 1989 backward could be, but apparently, there are a few things that have happened since 1989. I'm almost, I don't want to bet, but I'm thinking that Fall Out Boy's history lesson was not as impressive as Billy Joel, who grew up during the Cold War, who understands, things like World War II and Vietnam and things like that. Billy Joel has addressed that in um, his music over the years, especially the Vietnam issue, Good Night Saigon, which is just a brilliant song. But hey, he's Billy Joel and he did We Didn't Start the Fire, so that means he just really sucks. Okay. All right. So that's my video about nothing. Felt like this was a Seinfeld video. Anyway, here is Tommy DiCarlo. This is an album about something. All right. Something good. Go listen to it. If you're a fan of the band Boston, you may enjoy Tommy DiCarlo. He used to sing lead vocals for Boston. Lead vocals, yeah. That was his voice on the very last Boston album, which came out like 7 years ago or something now, 6, 7 years ago. But Dancing in the Moonlight, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Also, folks, again, thank you for supporting the channel this year as revenue, again, is beginning to decline. But you guys really chipped in over the entire year to keep this going. Special shout outs to the people who know who they are. There are a couple in particular. If I don't thank you enough on Patreon, think of it here. I'm thanking you for large donations, unexpected donations. I notice, though, when people start to disagree with me on stuff, especially when it comes to politics, those donations tend to go away. And I'm sorry. I guess, I could pick a political lane and just stay in there and make money off of everybody. Because, oh, you agree with me? I'm just going to send you money. See, I'm too much of a contrarian and I question just about everything. And I've gotten back to the point where I want the world to just work as it's supposed to work. I don't care about what tribe is out there and who gets the credit. So that's my official political position right now. But if you want to help the channel, again, Patreon, YouTube memberships, YouTubers, or at least the members, get a sneak preview of these fantastic videos before they actually drop. So you guys get that as a perk. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, please pray for peace, because the Prince of Peace is about to visit. The Advent season is here, and Christmas right around the corner. The Prince of Peace. Nothing more peaceful than the birth of the Savior. And for those of you who do pray, please pray for peace around the world, especially in the Middle East. And I would also suggest people pray for peace in their own heart. God bless, and I will see you soon.